Anybody else wants to share any spiritual topic, any experience? Some of the new people who have joined, they have anything to say? I see Rita today. Rita is here. Niruji.
I wanted to share.
Sure, of course, Niruji. Go ahead. Go ahead, Niruji.
I went to Calcutta Dixon place about few years back to see the 4:30 Aarti. And I did not know in India they separate women's and men's. Plus, then later on, I see everybody was looking. I was the only woman there. My husband was still sleeping, so I asked the receptionist that they said women not supposed to go 4:30 and that thing in India.
Oh, okay. I think that culturally they for whatever reason they may have, but here in this mandir they didn't say that only men need to come.
I know. I went to Virginia. They didn't have. So I knew they have a 4:30 Mangal Aarti. So I thought since I am in India, I wanted to go to do everything I can. But then I find out I was kind of shocked too, because how come they do it, they are not here, or there was no instruction, or nothing was said to us not to go.
But that may be only particularly in that ISKCON temple. By other temples, women are allowed to go at 4:30 Mangala Aarti.
Did you go to Belur Math? Was it Belur Math you went?
No, she's talking about ISKCON in
ISKCON.
ISKCON.
Mayapuri.
Calcutta. ISKCON in Calcutta.
Was it Mayapuri or?
And
Calcutta, she said.
Mayapuri I don't remember going. I was in Mayapuri, but I don't remember to see the Mangal Aarti. I don't remember now.
See,
but Lord, I went there too, but they didn't have anything like that.
Yeah, that might be the particular temple.
See, the person who is in charge of it can make those rules. So I don't think that it is like, Prabhupada ji said this.
Question about the rules there.
The thing is that the way I look at it, hey, just focus on the positive over there. Why we have to make unka koi reason hoga, so
yeah, I guess
go to another place. I mean, that's, to me, I find it waste of time. Just follow their rules and go somewhere else then.
No, I would argue why we have to find out the reason why women were not allowed.
It's like, have you gone to Swaminarayan Mandir? There they separate.
You can go, but you can't visit the Swamis.
There also, even in Houston, they had a big mandir. Women and men sit separately. And those उनके जो भी बोलते हैं, क्या बोलते हैं उनको, priests जो होते हैं ना उनके.
The ladies can't go in front of them.
Yeah, some of them talk to us. ऐसा नहीं है कि इतना hard and fast rule नहीं था, मगर उनमें वो काफी separation है men and women का. So I mean, you can sit and argue and this and that, but hey, that is their sampradaya. These are voluntary places that, they are not forcing you to. That's why one great thing about India, I tell you, आपको जैसा चाहिए वैसा मिल सकता है.
This course, one Swami was telling Meera that you cannot enter, here, you cannot do that. So she said, भगवान के सामने आत्मा तो एक ही होती है. उसमें कौन सा distinction है कि आदमी और औरत? Atma is just one. It's no male and no female. So then the Swami realized what a fool he was. And Meera se maafi mangi.
Yeah, Meera, that's amazing because it's but वो उसके फेवर में गया, बाकी दूसरा फेवर नहीं भी जाए. वो the guy was good that he just kind of realized, and that whole famous thing is there. But Mirabai, I don't know if you have heard of that story.
I think even this is Agyanta of the Swaminarayan, priest. I mean, you talk about them not looking at women, and then behind the scenes they're doing everything.
I mean, I don't want to accuse anybody because we don't know. So one of the things that I don't want to encourage in this class is that we start bashing people, because we don't know. I think that most important thing is, hey, focus on myself, about my, Atma Gyan, and just don't worry about the world, because the world is full of duality. So, because that's very easy to go in the negative. And, whole half an hour discussion will be why not women, men. It doesn't matter. Just pick up.
I don't mean to say anything.
Yeah, but I'm just letting you know that.
I didn't know the difference.
Yeah, and those mistakes happen. I don't know. I mean, yeah, कितने तो rule होते हैं, that you have to, when you go to the, in South, the women have to wear sari to go to certain temples, and we are from North, so we don't know. So I went there, and then, but they're nice. They keep some kind of thing, sari type of thing. They will give it to you. I mean, if you go to Gurudwara, they will tell you to cover your head. They're not going to come with a danda, but you only feel odd, and they keep those things. Hey, suppose if you forgot. So I think to me, there is no harm in giving a little respect to there, because they have their own reasons. So just leave.
In fact, I read some time ago a discussion because there was some agitation going on in southern temples.
Yeah, Sabrimala.
Certain temples they weren't allowing. And they showed what was the reason, because they were all built on certain energies.
Yes.
And it could be harmful to the women. That is only in the South, they explained,
Oh, yes. I think there is one very famous video of Sadhguru about it. There is one temple that women are not allowed, and he said that unke par actually dushprabhav padega.
Yeah.
Sabrimala temple.
Yes, exactly. So that's why, in our class, we don't worry about all those things, just focus on, hey, what I can learn from Vedanta and how I can become a better person. And go connect to the spiritual. I was just saying, India में तो इतनी variety है. आपको जैसा चाहिए वैसा बुफे मिल जाएगा. दूसरों में नहीं है ऐसा. चर्च तो चर्च एक ही है बस. ऐसे ही करो वैसे ही करो. यहाँ पर आपको एकदम उल्टा मार्ग लेना है तो वो क्या बोलते हैं उनको, those people, तांत्रिक में चले जाओ. अगर सात्विक मार्ग चाहिए वो चाहिए, शैविज्म चाहिए वो चले जाओ. सबके लिए मुक्ति का मार्ग खुला हुआ है.
Because India is based on research of millions of years of rishis, and the other religions are made by one person what he saw.
And that one person was not trying to make a religion, for God's sake.
Yeah, right.
The guy was just telling his experience. बाकी लोगों ने मिला के उसको religion बनाया.
Right.
Jesus did not say start Christianity.
Right.
These other 4 disciples 400 years later started, or whatever. I don't know the exact time frame. Same thing with Muhammad.
Yeah.
Muhammad had written whatever his experience was on some leaf or something, I'm told.
Right.
And other people just copied it and made it into a religion. But Hinduism or Sanatana Dharma, no one person can claim.
They got shrutis, and from there they developed the whole thing,
So that's why, this one person who I'm going to post his video, he said something very interesting. He's saying that हमारे culture में ना philosophy को क्या बोलते हैं? दर्शन शास्त्र बोलते हैं. Right? Darshan means to see. Darshan does not mean to know, but to actually experience it.
Yeah,
so he's saying that the mantras are called, the rishis are called mantra drishta.
Right.
Not mant creator. It's not they wrote it, but it has come from the higher and they just saw it, or they, it came through them. Yeah. That's why it is Shruti. So it's very great, very intellectual analysis about all these things.
Even I was listening to this Shiv Sutra, and one of the points he made was about Ayurveda and how this rishi went there in the jungle and his disciple, and he made them mark all the plants. And then in meditation, he told this plant will work for this plant will work for this, and they wrote all that down.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's the way the whole Ayurveda developed,
Because we have this crazy idea that the knowledge only comes like one way, but it's like God has so many different ways to give you the knowledge.
Because I always wondered, how do you know about hydrogen cyanide? Because the moment you taste, you're dead. Or a poisonous mushroom, which kills you right away.
Sometimes we get some gut feeling also of something.
Yeah, I know. That's the way.
Don't do it or do it, and we don't know why reason is coming.
Right.
But we get, so that is.
But Umaji, also in meditation, when you focus between your eyebrows, and they also call it the third eye, then certain things are visible to you that were not before.
Yeah, all kind of things happen, and each person has different experience
Yeah.
about it. And a lot of siddhis people start getting and all that. True. So it is not like a magic. It's just, your consciousness is rising.
Yeah.
You're going closer to that, but then you cannot get sidetracked. True. A lot of
Because
things happen.
you preserve energy, and then your senses start seeing, lot
Yes.
which others cannot, because we dissipate the energy.
Exactly. I mean, it's all about bringing your energy in one place,
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually sent the interview of the Johnny Carson and Shirley MacLaine, and it's worth watching because she explained the chakras.
Yeah, I started. I haven't finished it, but it is kind of so interesting that people, in Hollywood, Bollywood, and all that, and you will not think that, but a lot of them are very spiritual.
No, she has actually been spiritual since the age of 20.
Right.
She's now 88. And she has been consistent, and she has written this book called Out on a Limb.
Yeah.
And she experienced all this stuff, which she wrote down. So she's been around a long time.
One of the instances is she was in India, and she was riding a car sitting next to the driver, and he was going through some hilly areas with the curves, and she said, "Take your hand off the steering wheel; it will drive itself."
What?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
And
So it was in India. It's actually in that movie.
Maybe she was driving a
lost in the
Tesla.
jungle. She got lost in the jungle, and then she asked through meditation to somebody to pick her up. And then the guy came and then picked her up. So it's shown in the movie. Out on the Limb should be on the YouTube.
yeah, I like to see that movie.
It's very good. It's worth seeing.
I've seen it. It's very, very good.
Yeah. And she even travels with a silver cord behind her, on Mount Pichu. So they showed, what she experienced.
So many mystical things that happen, and
Right.
we, it's up to us whether we believe it or not. But when you hear these people, they are genuine. They are not just making it up.
They're not just making it up.
Yeah, because you can tell in their eyes, their voice, their everything.
And the thing I like about her is she is not shy. And she is will openly say that, she's not worried that
Worried कि भाई मेरा क्या होगा, दूसरे लोग मानेंगे या
what
नहीं मुझे.
people will think of.
Yeah. True.
Anyway.
Very interesting. Yeah. Now it has become so much easier to kind of listen to the experiences because of YouTube.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You can, whatever you want, you can get it now.
Yeah.
किसी का भी lecture, किसी का भी कुछ, सब कुछ है available.
Yeah.
Everything. Anybody else has anything? We have a few minutes if you want to share. Okay, I guess we are all saturated.
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you next week then.
Okay.
So all the information Umaji said,
Everyone,
let it sink in.
See you next week.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Naresh ji?
I said,
can I
I'm
say welcome, Sneh?
Sure.
Sneh,
Trying to
welcome
observe.
back.
Oh, where is who's talking here? Neelu ji,
Thank
but
you.
you are from your phone or something, is it?
No, I was saying welcome back to Sneh.
Yeah, because
Thank
we
you.
came early and
Thanks,
we gave her the welcome. See how Sneha, how everybody's so happy to see you. We were missing you, and you usually bring a lot of other points from Yogananda's book and all that. So
Yeah.
you have to next time you can do that.
Yeah, there was nothing much in this verse, so I didn't say
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, but you did study. It looks like What were you saying, Naresh ji? I'm sorry. फिर से बोलिए. No, you are muted.
I'm just trying to let this information sink in so that it stays in. Some bad thoughts go out.
Yeah, and even though they are smaller verses, but they are very loaded with a lot of stuff. So that's why I don't want to do too many. You are absolutely right. I rather do it that way too, because the whole week then it can sink in what we did. Because sinking is the most important one. That, sinking in this stuff for ourselves. That it's when we joined this kind of study group, it's very important to bring it to for ourselves. And we don't need to go fix the whole world, because it's very difficult. Immediately we start, hey, this Falana is doing that, and our teacher used to do that. Gaurang Bhai did that a lot in our classes. It's not for your wife, it's not for the world, it's not for your children, it's for you. So we have to remind ourselves constantly about that. Okay, so we will see you next time. Hari Om, everyone.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, Mama ji.
Hari Om. Hari Om.